Sneak Peekers. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Luana.
Wait, no, I'm Luana.
And I'm Jillian, I think.
Oh, my brain is so fried from my first South by Southwest.
Mine too, but stick around. We've got our second episode in a row with some awesome South by Southwest coverage.
It's great to be hosting this week.
Most definitely. There are so many fun things to talk about.
And what better way to start off with than with an amazing news desk?
Take it away, Rachel and Alfreda, you sexy beasts.
Hey y'all, I'm Rachel Robillard.
And I'm Bob Saget Jr., and this is News Desk.
There has been a lot of news this week.
Exactly. Disney is developing a live-action film of Mulan and Winnie the Pooh. Maisie Williams is set to guest star in the show Doctor Who. And the X-Files is returning to Fox for 6 episodes. And Netflix is ready a possibility for a Full House sequel series called Fuller House. I hope it happens.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you can go Xbox either way. But the news that keeps every teenage girl heartbroken is Zayn Malik's departing from the famous boy band One Direction. The 22-year-old singer announced his departure last Wednesday, saying he wanted to be a normal 22-year-old who is able to relax and have some private time out of the spotlight. That hasn't stopped One Direction as they continue to perform and record music following Zayn's departure. Last Saturday, the remaining band members had their first concert without Zayn in South Africa. The boys were typically high energy and made no mention of their missing bandmate, as Zayn was notably cut from 1D's intro video. Ouch! Zayn, you'll be truly missed.
Yeah, I will miss his bad boy charms. Wait, I will also miss Jon Stewart from The Daily Show. It was a couple of months ago when Jon Stewart announced his retirement as The Daily Show's host. And this Monday, his replacement has been officially confirmed. It will be Trevor Noah, who became a Daily Show contributor last year. However, Noah's resume is far more extensive than that. The South African comedian and writer has enjoyed a very successful career as a stand-up performer, enough so for him to become one of Africa's most popular comedians. Noah voiced his excitement about signing on full-time for, quote, an incredible show whose impact is felt all over the world. A specific date for the beginning of Noah's run on the series has not been set in stone, though it presumably take place in the fall on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central. Well, speaking of Comedy Central, the Comedy Central roast of Justin Bieber aired Monday night. I watched it. The hashtag Bieber roast assembled a dais that included Hannibal Buress, Chris D'Elia, Snoop Dogg, Natasha Leggero, Ludacris, Shaquille O'Neal, Jeff Ross, and Martha Stewart, and last but certainly not least, roastmaster Kevin Hart. Did Justin Bieber get properly roasted? You better believe it. From his perfume line to his DUI to his modeling career, Bieber was picked on for a variety of his actions and personal traits. Jeff Ross said Selena Gomez wanted to be here, but now she's dating men. That was one of the best and most TSTV appropriate quotes of the night. Once Justin Bieber's time at the podium arrived, he was uproariously funny. He had some of the night's best lines, joking that Snoop Dogg looked like a rejected Mortal Kombat boss, and noted that Kevin Hart had to be back on Shaq's keychain by midnight. But his pointed comments near the end of the night put the rest of the event in its proper context. Bieber, who ended the show's climatic rebuttal segment with a stammering, long-winded plea for a second chance from his fans and the public at large, seemed to be at cross purposes with the panel of comic assassins all night.
You know, I thought the Selena Gomez line was funny.
That's it too.
But you know who I like more?
Who?
Selena Quintanilla Perez.
Yes.
You know, this Tuesday was the anniversary of the death of Mexican-American singer Selena Quintanilla Perez. It's hard to believe that it's been 20 years since Selena, the queen of Tex-Mex, has been gone from us. March 21st, 1995 might have been the physical death of Selena, but her music and legacy is still relevant today. And 20 years after untimely passing, we still remember her contribution to music, fashion, which made her one of the most celebrated Mexican-American entertainers of the end of the 20th century. Many cities in Texas honored the late star, with Corpus Christi hosting a Selena tribute this Tuesday on Molina's Veterans Park, and organized a 2-day festival dedicated to her starting April 17. Here in Austin, fans showed their love by visiting and taking a picture with the Selena mural by Lady Bird Lake. I have to admit that I was one of those fans that went there and used the hashtag Selena Forever and ATX.
I love it.
I really miss her.
I will too. I think we all do. Well, that's all the time we have for today. See you next Thursday for more.
In News Desk.
Man, I love News Desk. It's how I get all my celebrity gossip for the week.
I totally understand what you're saying. For me, Sneak Peek is how I get all caught up on the South by Southwest events that I missed.
Like what?
Well, there was a John Cusack movie, Love and Mercy, and it only played once, and I missed it.
That's right, the movie doesn't come out again until the summer, but we have an interview with the cast of the film. Let's take it away, Alex.
Hey guys, this is Alex Mascareño, and I'm here at the red carpet at South by Southwest, and we're going to be talking to the cast and director of Love and Mercy. What the process that you took towards making this film, bringing it to life?
Well, it was first meeting Brian and Melinda. First thing, I already had the appreciation for the music, but meeting Brian and Melinda was an ability to kind of see beyond all the interviews and all the books that have been written and really get the human side of it, how they met, and the personal feelings that were going on there. And that's what kind of really hooks you in. So to do that and then to find the way into the story, which for me was Melinda, Melinda meeting this guy who appears to be just kind of an unusual but charming guy, and then she finds out later that he's Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys. And I thought that was a good way into the story for the audience too, to kind of, start revealing this guy and what's so deep down within him.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to see the film. Can you tell me a little bit about what drew you to this film?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, the Beach Boys are such an iconic group, and Brian Wilson is such an iconic gentleman with such an incredible story that I didn't know about it, and I was such a huge fan of the music. And I think when I read the script, just seeing the depth of what goes into making such brilliant music, it was just, I had to be a part of it. So I was so excited when I heard I got the role, and it was I played Van Dyke Parks, who was the producer of the Smile record, and he's still a fantastic guy out there, and I've never played someone that's still alive and living and doing their thing. So it was an incredible task to go and figure out this person's life and try to portray them in the best way possible.
How much time did you spend trying to prepare for this role?
I spent probably around 3 months back and forth, in small ways here and there, watching different old YouTube videos from the 80s and the 70s and whatever. It's one of those things where you can never, I feel like it's so hard to capture a human's and story and life, and in whatever little way I could, I wanted to represent it in the best way possible.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll also be performing on Friday at the YouTube Music Awards Showcase here in South by, so if you guys are around.
Oh, great. We hope to see you. Thank you. Can you tell me a little bit about the process that you took in portraying Brian Wilson? I know that
I listen to the Smile sessions and the Pet Sound sessions kind of constantly, because that was, you could hear him, you could see him or hear him creating all the things he was doing. So you could sort of see his mind working and all of his mannerisms and his cadence, which aren't as important as the feeling he has. But I think those are incredibly revealing. You can read books and things too, but then I think that, and then just talking to Melinda and Brian, because, as he said, he's here. So, he's the guy.
Yeah. And how cool is it to hang out with Brian Wilson?
It's very cool. It's kind of surreal in a way. Like, you're talking about this film you made and what you're doing, and you're sitting here, and there's the actual Brian Wilson. Yeah. It's it's a very bizarre thing. I hope he's enjoying it, or as much as he can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was very nice to meet you.
Ah, the Beach Boys.
Now that was the voice of a generation. So, do you think that John Cusack looks like an older Paul Dano, or does Paul Dano look like a younger John Cusack?
Wait, what?
Because you see, they played the same character just at 2 different times in the movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's just really odd to think about.
Hold up, we're about to go into a commercial break. Let's take a moment and mull this over.
Okay, yeah, well, coming up after the break, we have an amazing, fabulous new Style Squad. Stay tuned.
Ugh, the Kids' Choice Awards. Now that brings back some memories.
What kind of memories?
You know, like childhood and being young and stuff.
Wait, you've never actually seen them, have you?
No, not even once.
Well, thankfully, we have Sydney here with the fashion fabs and flabs of this year's Kids' Choice Awards.
Hey Sneak Peeps, it's your girl Sydney. The Kids' Choice Awards by Nickelodeon were held this weekend, and stars of all ages hit the orange carpet. While these awards are certainly not the most dignified, they're nevertheless a chance to make fun fashion statements. The host of the night, Nick Jonas, showed up with his stunning model girlfriend, Olivia Culpo. Is it just me, or was he a little bit underdressed in comparison? Olivia wore a St. Laurent dress that featured silver diagonal lines, and she paired it with dainty diamonds. And on the other hand, Nick Jonas wore khakis and a denim jacket. In hindsight, I guess he did not want to break out his Armani tux just to be slimed in a classic Nickelodeon fashion. Who knew that was still a thing? Other victims of the green goo included the cast of Modern Family, who took home the award for Favorite Family TV Show. Ariel Winter was dressed for spring with cute mermaid-esque hair and a floral dress from Zara. While some say florals are overdone for spring, Ariel kept it fresh with a small painted print. And as for her co-star Sarah Hyland, well, I'm not sure if I completely was sold on the white ensemble for Michael Kors. It all kind of blended together, but wow, I loved her new haircut. Was she inspired by her best friend Taylor Swift? Speaking of a Modern Family, David and Victoria Beckham's sons, Brooklyn, Romeo, and Cruz, walked the red carpet. Not only do they look like mini-me's of their father, the brothers' outfits made them almost indistinguishable from each other. The fancy hipsters sported dark jeans, white tennies, and button-ups, which were boring in repetition. That's fine, I guess, but what's not okay is the 2 youngest were sporting wallet chains. You don't have to worry about losing your wallets anymore, kids. Just use Apple Pay. Another look that was hit and miss came from Meghan Trainor. Despite her immense talent and funky retro beats, I wasn't all about this outfit. Wearing leopard print is tricky. There's a spectrum between embarrassing mom and beloved cheetah girl, and I think she missed her intended mark. Since the artist usually goes with the 60s style, I think if her hair was a little bit higher, it would have been perfect. Still, I love her hot pink platform pumps and want to applaud her balance for all the posing she did while standing on one leg. Shout out to sweetheart Kawanjane Wallace, who is pretty in a pop of pink Armani. The 11-year-old star already knows how to balance her accessories with her outfit, as she sported a dainty watch and bracelet with matching sneakers. Noting how graceful she is now, I can't wait to watch her grow up and continue killing it on screen and on the carpet. Fifth Harmony amazes me. They've mastered the matching without being too matchy-matchy look. From a crop top set, a romper, a pleather skirt, a coordinated bralette, and a bodycon dress, the group covered almost every fashion trend out there. A standout piece was Lauren Jaregi's hybrid blazer top. I haven't even seen anything like it before. Props to their stylist. I hope to hire them for my next family portraits. And last but not least, the queen of the night was Zendaya. Not only does she have talent, she has style. Her bold maxi bodycon skirt from DKNY was so flattering, and her strappy red sandals kept up the striped theme. She hit every trend right on the mark, but actually brought something new to the table with her gold bangles and blunt bangs. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the reincarnated Cleopatra. And I'm sorry, Nick Jonas, but she stole the show. That's all for this week's Style Squad. We'll catch up with you later for more of our fashion faves. Back to you guys.
I love the Kids' Choice Awards. I've always wanted to go since I was a little kid.
Oh, same here. You know, looking back on my childhood, most of my memories are full of getting picked on by big kids.
I'm sorry. Well, at least we have amazing people working against bullying, like Lizzie Velasquez. Her documentary premiered at South by Southwest.
Now I want to see that red carpet, considering I was the interviewer.
Roll it.
Hey Sneak Peekers, I'm Jillian Malone here at the Paramount Theater for the South by Southwest Festival. Today we'll be covering A Braveheart, the Lizzie Velasquez story. I'm looking forward to interviewing the director and Lizzie and all of her family. You always have such a happy personality, you're always smiling like right now. How do you do that? How do you keep that up day to day?
It's a process. I mean, I'm human. There are days that I do have dark days, but I only allow myself a specific amount of time to be sad or feel sorry for myself. So it'll be one day where I say, okay, today I'm just gonna stay in bed, eat junk food, and do nothing. But tomorrow, I'm opening my blinds, I'm putting a smile back on my face, and I'm gonna keep going. Because you have to have those days. There has to be an equal balance.
And what do you think it takes to have a brave heart?
Courage, and to know that it's okay to be vulnerable. One of the biggest things I learned while filming this movie was it's okay to show people that I cry. On the first day, I told our director, Sarah, I'm not going to cry, just so you know. And after the first day, it went out the window. And it's okay because we're all human. We all have those emotions.
I think one of the things that Lizzie has shaped me personally in is with regard to adversity, is that everybody, you know, when you first hear a story, the first thing you're thinking is, how is this relatable to my life? You know, she's one of 10 people in the whole world who suffers from this. But then what you realize is that the grace and the humility and the sense of humor that she has, in spite of all this, is something that I've really drawn on. I want audiences to take away from this movie specifically the fact that they are capable of anything and that we are not defined by the things and the limitations that other people put on us, but really we have the courage, if we choose to define ourselves.
I think that on a daily basis, just kind of being able to surround yourself with someone who clearly is here for something bigger than herself. There was never a day where there was a question about that. It was always this constant surprise of, God, you just want to make me better. You just want to make me better. And so experiencing that for the 6 months that we worked together was, you know, it's like you're surrounded by a guru.
You know, I think Lizzie is that, I've always said, Lizzie is this story that so many of us go through ups and downs in our life. And sometimes people are able to take that and make a difference and do something. And sometimes people don't know how to get out of that. And for Lizzie, I think her story is one that shows that, listen, no matter what we go through in our life, we can stand up for ourselves, make a difference and help others. And I think that's what her story has done. And that's why I'm thrilled to be a part of it. She's this amazing girl that just beams nonstop and she inspires people.
What advice do you have for a child who might be going through bullying right now?
I think the thing that they need to know is, one, they're not alone. That two, there is help, that people do care, and to use their voice, speak up, talk about it, don't hold it in. That it is hard when you feel like you're the only one that's going through it, and it's like, why are people doing this? Why do they not like me? And that can be really hard. So we talk about definitely stepping up, using your voice, talking to that trusted adult, talking to friends, looking at resources like on Lizzie's story, looking at that and knowing, listen, if she can go through that, listen, I can use my voice, I can get through this. And so it's really reaching out for help.
I think my biggest advice would be you have to love yourself first to know that you can't love anyone else until you do that. Because you're your biggest influence in your own life. And unless you believe in yourself, and you won't be able to do anything else.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
That was amazing. You know, some people can just be really remarkable.
It takes amazing people like Lizzie to highlight both the good and bad of people.
Remember, Sneak Peekers, any one person can make a difference in the world around them.
All right, we've got one more commercial break coming up, and then we'll be right back for some more Sneak Peek.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show.
Coming up, we've got something top secret.
Ooh, top secret. What is it?
It's a review of the movie Spy.
Take it away, Shane.
Marking their third film team-up in a row after Bridesmaids and The Heat, director Paul Feig and actress Melissa McCarthy bring us Spy, an action comedy that had its premiere at this year's South by Southwest. McCarthy plays Susan Cooper, a CIA analyst. When Bradley Fine, an expert CIA agent and Susan's field partner, played by Jude Law, goes MIA, she takes it upon herself to step up to the task of finding out what happened to him. Along the way, she meets arms dealer Raina Boyanoff, played by Rose Byrne, and fellow CIA agent Rick Ford, played by action film veteran Jason Statham. We'll get to him in a minute. I have to be honest, I didn't have very high expectations for Spy. I enjoyed Bridesmaids a lot less than most, and I enjoyed The Heat just alright. Based on this, though, Spy absolutely blew those two movies out of the water. Seriously, it's probably the most fun I've had watching a movie out of everything I saw at South by Southwest, and that's saying something. All the jokes perfectly hit the mark, with many quotable lines springing up from everyone in the cast. There really isn't a weak link. It doesn't hurt that when it comes to espionage action, the film is no slouch either. Spy isn't a parody of the spy film at all, as you would think of other things. It deservedly takes its place in the genre. Yes, the focus is on the comedy, but the action sequences are legitimately exciting and appropriately intense, and actually a bit unexpectedly violent. I never thought I could actually take Rose Byrne in a huge wig as a legitimate villain and a hilarious character seriously in her own right. It's a balance Feig strikes almost perfectly. It was quite the surprise. Now, serious accolades have to be given to the assembled ensemble for much of Spy's success. This is, in my opinion, Melissa McCarthy's best performance to date. No haters, she isn't playing the same character over and over again. Susan is a woman who wants to save someone she cares about and will do whatever it takes to achieve that. Based on who she's around, she acts differently, taking on a variety of personalities to keep the villains off her trail while she's undercover. It really is fun to see the comedy at work in these scenes. I won't spoil anything as the movie won't be out until June, but I'll just say you're in for a treat. The supporting cast is universally great too, with Rose Byrne playing a relentlessly condescending and insulting person while also being a bit of an airhead. It's a great combination that really works with the killer line she gets. Others, including Jude Law, Bobby Cannavale, and Miranda Hart as Susan's good analyst friend Nancy, all do the best comedic work. Now, I said we'd get back to Jason Statham. He's done some comedic work in the past with the Crank films, but most know him primarily for action and crime movies like the Transporter series. However, in Spy, he truly gets to let loose in what is the scene-stealing performance of the film. He plays Rick Ford, as I said, an incredibly arrogant yet capable agent with insane tangents of improbable tasks he says he has accomplished. I don't want to ruin any jokes again. They're pretty genius, but there's one involving our nation's president that had me laughing so hard and shaking my head in disbelief that my ribs were hurting. Let's hope we see more comedic roles in Statham's future. He really is Spy's diamond in the rough. Overall, Spy was a true, unexpected delight. A killer script with visceral action and gut-busting comedy, it's a standout effort from Paul Feig and Melissa McCarthy. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Can you say comedy of the year? Maybe. Back to you guys.
Oh, Shane's reviews are always so interesting. You know, I watched a couple of movies over South by Southwest, and I would love to get his opinion on them.
Well, you know, he's probably still in the studio. You could catch him.
You're right, Shane! Shane!
Oh my gosh.
Shane?
While Luana tries to get a hold of Shane, here's a snippet of some of the people we caught on the streets and talked to at South by Southwest.
What's up, guys? Christian Faraz here again. South by Southwest 2015. Having a blast. Yep. What are we doing?
We're going to do a real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
South by. On 6th Street.
On 6th Street.
What?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Do you want to be in by yourself?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Okay.
You enjoying South by?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
You want me to spin a flow?
You want to spit a flow?
Alright, we're on 6th Street, bro. I'm talking about spinning flows. I'm sorry to say it, but I smoke hella
You don't know what it's like.
What is the craziest thing you've done so far?
Definitely a blowjob.
Blowjob? You giving or receiving? All right. So, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Kai Muhammad.
What are you gonna do for us?
I'm gonna dubstep beatbox for your face.
Let's do it.
What are you doing right now, Leslie?
I'm learning how to skateboard for the first time. I'm a natural.
Where'd you get the skateboard from? Is it yours?
No, I got it from some guys. I'm getting interviewed right now. A stripper.
Rocco's ladies, paparazzi popping pics.
Are you gonna go to any shows? Any movies?
Wow. I'm gonna do whatever is free.
Anything fun happen?
Anything fun? I met Adrian Brody. That was fun.
Ooh, what did he do? See Ron Perlman?
Who?
All right. Hey, what's your names?
Spider-Man.
Wolverine. Cool, nice to meet you guys.
My fiance left me like last week, so I'm ready.
Oh,
Here we go.
yes.
Yeah.
How's your South by going so far?
I'm Wes Corral.
You're what? You did acid? Thanks. I needed that.
I think I'm too high on drugs right now.
What just happened?
I don't know.
It started off well enough.
We were asking questions in the beginning, and
then we just couldn't.
and then they did their thing.
They did their thing.
I love Real Talk. It's like getting a peek into the real world.
Do you not live in the real world?
Well, of course I do. I mean like a peek outside of the entertainment world.
You're so elitist. Entertainment is for everyone.
Sneak Peek is for everyone. Tune in next week, same place, same time for some more exciting entertainment news.
Bye.
Good night.